The Rogan Experience. Parody.
All of a sudden, I said, I'm not lost. I'm Tim Walz's brother. Damn. They won't listen to me. I don't know what else I could do. I mean, how you fall through a thing like that? You say, hey, you know, I'm Tim Walz's brother. You know what I mean?
That's it. I'm gonna die eating corn chips. Oh, hello everybody, and welcome to the Rogan Experience. And boy, what an experience it's going to be tonight. My special guest is none other than that of Mr. Jim Walz. Jimmy, welcome to the program. It's very good to have you on here. And I just can't stop eating these corn chips, man. I'm serious. I'm gonna die from eating corn chips. And I have a corn chip overdose. Get thirsty here, Jimmy. Get thirsty in here, man. Oh my God.
I got a fan on it here. It's hard for me to hear you, man. But I'll tell you what, man. I'll tell you what. I am so glad that you had me be on this show. Because, man, I'm going to tell you what. It's like, my brother is such a putz. He's such a damn putz, man. I can't believe he's doing some of the stupidest things I've ever seen. He's doing some of the stupidest things I've ever seen, man. I'll tell you what. That's why I'm so glad. I'm so glad that you had me on this show, Joe.
Jimmy, my dude, bad boys for life, right? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can't be the same putz that your brother is, because, for one thing, I don't think you would be the kind of person to put tampons in a boy's bathroom, you know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, tampon Tim. Now, your mom named you guys Timmy and Jimmy. I think that's kind of cool because, do you remember the video game Double Dragon, Billy and Jimmy? Think about it. Billy and Jimmy, Jimmy and Jim. Except your brother is like the evil Double Dragon. I love that theme song, though. Do you remember the theme song? Da 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 da.
First you're wearing a t-shirt, now you're wearing a hoodie. Man, it must get hot and cold and hot and cold and hot and cold and hot and cold and hot and cold in that studio of yours. And of course I remember the theme song. It was something like this. Da na 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 da 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 na 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 da da. Anyway, yeah, so this one time, Timmy, he was his good old swim trunks, man. He went off the diving board. I think it was the high dive. And his swim trunks came floating up at the top of the water. And his little dinky was showing and everything. It was crazy, man. It was crazy. That's what I'm talking about. When I say my brother is the weirdo. He was always a weirdo, man. It was just something that happened overnight.
I was at this party, and I saw your bro Tim. Then he was at the bathroom, and I went up to the second floor, and I saw him getting his, you know what, licked, and it was gross. He's a gross man. Your brother is a great big fat bald gross man. And by the way, and then go da 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 and went I took the gun. You get it? Okay, so now I'm gonna ask you a question. Do you think that Kamala Harris at this point in time can beat Trump?
Hell no. I'm supporting Trump. My whole family's supporting Trump. And I'm supposed to be the man's brother. Guess who else? RFK Jr. He's supporting Trump. And that woman with the streak in her hair that kind of looks like Rogue a little bit. She's supporting Trump. We're all gonna be, even the Ghostbusters from New York. They're supporting Trump. So ain't gonna be no way unless, which they're very good at, they cheat their asses off. And I'm gonna tell you something. I want to take a look at them machines and everything. The voting machines, you know what I'm talking about. Make sure they're not pulling any sort of shenanigans like they did in 2020.
Because when you think about it, what's ethical here may not necessarily be ethical in the jungle. And I know. Did your brother claim to be in the jungles of Vietnam at one time? Did you know that the guy who wrote the file cards for all the G.I. Joes was actually in Vietnam? And he wrote a lot of the stories in the comic books too. Larry Hama. Yes, that's right. Larry Hama was actually a G.I. Joe before G.I. Joe was G.I. Joe. Oh, wait. No, that's not true, though, because G.I. Joe was G.I. Joe back in the 1960s. This stuff is so confusing.
I'd like to give a shout out to my boy Hebrew, who's laying in bed for a broken toe. Did you know? Yeah. I think he broke his pinky toe. He ran over and tried to get to something really fast and smack right to the leg of the dresser. Yep. That's what you get for wearing open toe shoes in your own bedroom. You can't do that anymore. People ought to not do that. People ought to know better than that. By the way, aren't you gonna ask me some questions, Joe? Questions, Joe, like, who am I voting for? Why am I drunk while on your show? Why my family hates my brother so much? All that stuff. This is your show, but I'm just saying.
By the way, it's come to my attention that your name is not in fact Jimmy Walz, but it is Jeff Walz. Boy, do I feel dumb. I even made that a whole double-dragged joke, and you went right along with it. Oh, but anyway, yeah, questions. Well, I mean, it's obvious. We all know who you're voting for based on what I saw in the news and what I saw in the news last night, what I saw in the news today. By the way, you talk so slow. Like, that lasted in 2 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed it up on the playback. So folks don't think that you're, like, drunk or something. Believe me, folks. He hasn't been drinking in my studio. But anyway, yeah, your brother's so bizarre. And isn't it great that we can come on here and, like, bash your brother? Isn't that crazy? Like, I never heard of that before. Like, a brother's politician is trying to set him up for a fall. Wait a minute. Isn't that against the Bible? Like, something about thou shalt not throw a stumbling block.
I mean, shoot, I don't care that you speed it up. I just don't make me sound like a chipmunk or something. Well, that'd be funny. Yeah, I mean, everybody knows that me and my family were all voting for Donald Trump. That's no big surprise. But, you know, here's the thing. I gotta tell you. Oh, I really like G.I. Joe. I like G.I. Joe. I was never really a Transformers kind of guy. Like, I could sit down and watch maybe 1 or 2 episodes of Transformers, and then that's about it. It's all really pretty much the same thing, but at least with G.I. Joe, you know, they go on different adventures and stuff. Well, I guess you can pretty much say it's the same thing with G.I. Joe, too, because it's always like G.I. Joe versus Cobra. There's never really another foreign enemy. Well, I guess there was Russia one time, but they weren't really enemies. They were still both fighting against Cobra, so I guess that one doesn't really count.
Oh, great. Now you've sped up. Did you take speed pills while you were just sitting there waiting for us to transition back to you or something? Like while I was talking, you just like slipped them underneath your tongue. I saw you take a drink. Were they in your drink? Wait a minute, dude. Have you been drunk this whole time and just kind of lied to me?
No, see, I didn't. I'm just trying to talk a little faster because, you know, you said a while ago when I tell my normal voice I sound drunk and all that. So I'm just trying to speed up a little bit. By the way, do you realize that in the United States of America, just the United States of America alone, because of COVID, there are like very little, I would say very few actually, all-you-can-eat buffets left in America. There used to be Golden Corrals just like everywhere. And now they've disappeared from state to state to state. And then there was a lot of speculation about KFC. You know, KFC used to have the all-you-can-eat buffet, which I think was just really unhealthy overall. Well, buffets are unhealthy in general, but they were cheap, and they were something that you could do with your family. You could take the whole family, and you get your money's worth. Like, it was just more or less just like a novelty, or at least it was supposed to be a novelty idea, but I honestly think that's what brought on a lot of obesity to America, were these all-you-can-eat buffets. And then there was these places that stayed open, 24/7. And of course, the whole 24/7 movement went away once, what hit. I just mentioned it a while ago. I guess it's probably not safe to use on YouTube, but I don't know. But, a lot of things, a lot of places, and a lot of businesses actually shut down after that particular incident happened.
See, I don't think they really care about that word anymore, as long as you're not saying untrue medical facts about it. If you're talking about how it caused, the decline of certain businesses or businesses shut down, you say, in my opinion, or whatever. Besides, this is a spoof podcast. Like, I think it's kind of like anything else. Like, if you play a movie, they take certain liberties in movies and with stuff involving, spoofs and parodies and stuff to that effect. You can really get by with a lot if you're doing it as a spoof or a parody or a joke. Like, I don't think I ever got a video taken down where it was done as a spoof. But anyway, yeah, I know what you're saying. The American, obesity in America is actually, it became like a really huge problem once the buffet, what is known as the buffet, or some people call it smorgasbord, which I always thought was a funny word. The decline of it is actually probably more or less a good thing.
So, what's going on here? You guys talking about me? You talking about me? So watching Jaws the other day, and about that 50-pound weight is just staring me right in the face. He's stowed. I gotta get up, walk on over there, and oh man, yeah, I can lift this 50-pound weight right over my head, boy. Anyway, I'll go put that down. Anyway. Don't you think it's about time to end the show, Joe? Or right away? Tam Watts' brother. I forget your name, whatever your name is. I think it's Jimmy Watts. But seriously, dude, I appreciate you coming out, voting for me, and, being a huge part of my world. And, it's what's good for the goose is good for the gander, you know what I mean? Oh my God. I have sinus headache. Oh God.
What are you doing coming on my podcast and ruining everything for me? Donald Trump Jr., Donald John Trump Jr., get the hell off of my podcast before I do the 12-arm salute to your eyebrows. I know you wouldn't want that to happen, now would you?
No, of course not, Joe. Of course I wouldn't want that to happen. But you just gotta tell me one thing, though. Just one thing, though. What in the name of God's green unruly earth is the 12-arm salute? And why would it have anything to do with my eyebrows? Gee, well, J.C. Penney, man.
Hey guys, remember me? Jimmy or James or Jason Waltz, Tim's brother. I'm a guest on the show. Hello?
Oh, Jumpin' Jimmy Jellybean. Please adjust your microphone, dude. I mean, it sounds like you're on an old-time radio broadcast. Speaking of the broadcast, you know what? I think this broadcast needs to come to an end. You know what? Donald Trump, why don't you just go ahead and close out the broadcast? What do you say?
Well, okay, I'll do that. First of all, I'd like to say thank you to Jeff Walz, who's been a very good contributor to the Trump campaign. And second of all, I just want to say to everybody out there listening, this will be the last time me saying this, but please subscribe to the Hebrew AI Voice Parody channel, because at the very next video, you may hear me say, please subscribe to the Jeremy Orr channel. This has been Donald J. Trump for Joe Rogan and Jeff Walz saying, God bless America. Good night, everyone. And one more thing. Do. But I can't wait to go back on Theo Vaughn's broadcast. That was some fun, brother.
Well, I guess that's it for me then. Fine, sure. Turn your back on me, why don't you? Jeez.
Oh, shut up, you damn crybaby.
Hello, John Madden here, and welcome to the John Madden Show, everyone. Well, actually, this isn't the John Madden Show. This is my life. I died years ago, and I went to hell. And part of my punishment is I must constantly keep doing the commercials that I was doing when I was alive. And the reason why I went to hell is because I signed a very bad contract from Fox. And yes, you might notice that I'm sitting around here surrounded by food. This was supposed to be from the Thanksgiving special. But believe it or not, this is an ad from DoorDash. That's right, DoorDash. They get there fast. And you don't even have to leave your living room. Hell, your living room, you don't even have to leave your pajamas. DoorDash, they get there fast. Don't forget the tip.
Hello, kids. He-Man here. And I'm here to remind you that people can't actually come back from the dead in real life. Only one man did that, and he's in heaven now. But anyway, I just want to remind everyone that this is a work of AI, artificial intelligence, and not the actual people. But hell, it is just as funny. Also, I probably shouldn't have said hell. Until next time.
Hey man, you fool! You don't think people can figure that out for themselves? This was supposed to be a simple DoorDash commercial featuring AI John Madden. And you went and you screwed it up with your blasted logic. Damn you, He-Man! This video is for entertainment purposes only. You're such a stick in the mud, I swear. Anyways, folks, don't forget to order from DoorDash. They get there fast, and buddy boy, if you don't tip, we'll put cat poop on your doorstep. Until next time.
Why was he wearing his Santa Claus hat? That was weird. Anyway, DoorDash, we're fast, we're good. Order online. Thank you.
That's all, folks. GL, what is a DoorDash?